Morning, y'all. It's me, Niecy Lynn. I hope y'all are having a great morning. I'm gonna jump on here. I think I may be too close or something. I don't know. And try to get my, as I fall off the stool, it's gonna be the comic element this morning when I fall off my stool and during this. So, yay, happy Friday. It's been kind of a crazy one around here this week, so I didn't get a midweek post. Mimi was here on Tuesday, and the kids were here all the weekend. I haven't seen CJ and Juanie since the 1st of March, since we had Keely's birthday at the Top Golf, and then everything shut down. And so I hadn't seen CJ and Juanie, so they came in and stayed Friday evening and Saturday. And the kids came over for dinner on Friday, and we kind of tried to space apart. And so that was really, really nice to get to see them because I've missed them horribly. I'm used to having all the kids around a lot and my family around a lot, even my extended family. It's nothing for me to have 30 people here for dinner. And so this has been just like crazy hard for me to adjust to just being the girls that I hear most of the time. Like I said, we have been going to get Mama twice a week. I had her yesterday, so I'm going to have her today. She and, y'all don't know what my hair is doing either. She and Dax and Dusk, my nieces, baby boys, were here yesterday. She had a doctor's appointment, and so they came and stayed with me, and Mama stayed with me while she went to the doctor's appointment. So, but I'm gonna try doing, well, I don't have very many questions, so I guess we'll just do it the way we normally do. So all my rambling says, okay, Sherry is looking for the 1997 Prairie Schooler Santa. If anyone has it for sale, she can't find it for sale anywhere. She is willing to purchase it, but she can't find it. So if any shop owners, personal people know that you've stitched it and you're done with it, holler. She's looking for it. Darlie found another, I think she's using copper penny. She was looking for another fabric for 'Tis the Season. Evidently the 32 count pair by Lakeside is sold out or hard to come by or something. So I think she's gonna try the copper penny and let us know how that works out for her. Tool Studios said to try a number 28 needle for the higher count linen and see if you like that, because the 24s are the bigger needles and the 26 needles are usually for 30 or 32. And so then to try 28 if you're going higher than that and see if that needle makes your stitching happier. Penny needs a new flag, and I did find a company that makes flags in America, and now I can't find where I wrote the name of it down on here, or I can't read my own writing, which y'all know that's how that usually goes for me. Lisa thinks it hilarious the girls play Little Old Lady, and I do too. One will push the other one around on they have one of those little kid roller coaster things, and one will get set on it, and that one's the old lady, and the other one has to push the other one around. The one who is playing the old lady keeps saying, "What did you say?" And the one who is helping the little old lady says, "Can I get you anything?" So they crack me up playing old lady. I assume it's because their Grandma D, who was their great grandma, who just passed away a couple of months ago, they were used to seeing her, and she, somebody pushed her around a lot. She had a walker, but she did, if they went out, she rode the wheelchair. So we assume that's where it came from, because it is hilarious. But they are very sweet with each other, so that makes me feel good if any of us live to old age, that maybe they'll treat us nice. Because no matter how many times the other one says, "What did you say?" the other one just keeps pushing them around wherever they want to go and saying, "Can I get you anything?" So there's hope for us at old age, I guess. Okay, the last one today, and this is true confession time, y'all. Vicky said, since James Williams, I said he was a good gifter, and he is. What'd he get me for my birthday? Y'all, this is, as the kids say, this is embarrassing. For my birthday, I had been in the house about 4 or 5 weeks at that point and literally had not been anywhere. I'd been in the house. And so he said, "Why don't you call that place out to Canton, which is about an hour and 45 minutes from here, that you like to buy plants and pots, because around here, most of the granaries and nurseries and stuff have been open." And he said, see if they're open and you can go out there. Well, that'll be a little drive, and we'll look at you some plants and some big pots, some more big pots to go up by the pool or on the front porch. And they're like way less expensive out there. If you get them at the nursery, you know, a big planter, at least down here, can run you $500. And so out there, they're crazy more reasonable than that, like fraction of that cost, like less than a quarter of that. I mean, it's like a quarter of that cost. It's insane. So I said, okay. So I called out there and asked him, he answered the phone, asked him if he was going to be open. And he said, yes, ma'am. I said, you going to be there till 6 like usual? And he said, no, ma'am, I'm only going to be here till 4 because I got deliveries. I said, okay. So we load up, we stop and eat a hamburger in the car on the way at the hamburger place, drive all the way out there. Well, when we pull up, when I have something on my mind, I don't see anything else. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I don't think about anything else. I have literally, I can completely zone in and get tunnel vision. So there aren't any other cars there, which I thought was weird, but I thought, well, you know, people are mainly staying home, so, you know, whatever. So I get out the car. Well, there's even some little pennant things across the opening. Still, those don't apply to me, you know. I just went on around them and went on in. And it's like a big pole barn, you know what I'm talking about? It's just got a roof and like a pavilion kind of a thing. And so I just went around the little pennants and went on in there. And I'm looking around. And I can see him over there. He's working on welding on, you know, something. And he comes over there and he says, ma'am, I'm so sorry, we're closed. And y'all, I've been in the house too long. I had literally been shut in that house way too long because I lost my mind. I said, no, you're not. No, you are not closed. And he said, yes, ma'am. I said, no. I called. I talked to you on the phone. I told you I was driving from the other side of Dallas. That's nearly 2 hours to get out here. I asked you if you'd be here till 6. You said you'd be here till 4. It is just now like 2 o'clock. So let me tell you what, you're open till I'm through shopping. How about that? You're open till I'm done, okay? You can close after I leave, but you're open till I'm done. I mean, I literally like lost my mind. It was like crazy town. James Williams, who's usually like the hothead, you know, he has the red hair. Now, I mean, I'll own it. We both got too much fire in the wire. I've told y'all many times. But I literally like lost it. Just like lost it. And the little guy just stood there a minute and he goes, okay. If anyone stops, you are a wholesaler. I said, I don't care what I am. But I'm shopping. I'm shopping till I'm done. I'm shopping, okay? I was like, horrible. I felt horrible. After it was all done, I felt horrible. And he had James pull up into the pole barn thing so nobody could see his car out front. All I can assume is he must have been open earlier and then, I don't know if the police or somebody came by and told him he had to close. But he was not closed for me because I had been in this house too long and the thought of getting to shop even a little bit and breathe in some air and see something different was too much for me to pass up. So, yeah. So that's why I didn't tell y'all what James Williams got me for my birthday, because that was the main thing. He got me some pool floats and other things like that. Like James is really good about always buying things. He's always buying me bath bombs and this kind of stuff. But that was the main part of my birthday, and I acted like a lunatic. So, Vicky, there you go. That's what I got for my birthday. A trip to Crazy Town. We rolled back in the car, and he just kept looking over at me like, he said, well, it's a shame we ain't Louisiana. I could drive through somewhere and get you a drink. I said, sure he is. We just kept on driving. I was like, I don't know. Like I said, I know this is getting to everybody. And at that point, it really got to me because I hadn't been outside. So I hope he lets me come back and buy pots and plants again someday. I hope he doesn't like throw darts at me if I try to pull up, but maybe not. So that was my birthday situation. Now, I will say Emily Wittenberg she has a calendar, the 2017, I believe is what it was needed. And I will find that on here and hook y'all up together. I've meant to do that every day this week. But like I said, I've had, Mimi was here on Tuesday and Mimi and the boys were here on Thursday. And I didn't get to stitch all weekend and answer my questions like I usually did. So it's just been like kind of kooky. So here we are at Flosstube number 24, May 22nd. And I cannot believe I'm over 3,000 subscribers, which just shocks me. And I'm so grateful, and I can't believe it. And y'all have become great friends to me and been really sweet about everything and helping me with things and helping each other with things. So we will have some extra shares at the end today for some things. So we'll get on with those to the end. But right now we will jump on in with the PDF this week. Anybody looking for PDFs? Stone Street Stitch Works, and I think they're Stone Street Stitch on Etsy. They have a lot of PDF downloads, and I think they have like solid patterns too. I just ran across one of their patterns, and then when I got to looking, I found them. And they have Libertyville, Fireworks on the 4th, Star Spangled, I think it's Where Liberty Dwells, and the Susan B. Sampler. Like all these like super, super cute, like patriotic patterns, and you can just like download them instantly. A lot of them did not have an American flag in them. So UK stitchers, Australia, you know, and I guess you guys, Scotland, and y'all could take out some of the red, but they just mainly used words like liberty, and then they had the red, white, and blue in the patterns. Not all of them had, or maybe not any of them had an American flag, so that they were only good for us to stitch here. You guys had to change out for the Union Jack and all these things. So I thought they were so cute, and I just happened to stumble upon them. So Stone Street Stitch, if you're looking for PDF, was just adorable. So that's another one in the stack that I'm gonna have to get on. WIPS, we're gonna jump right into the WIPS. My Tis the Season here, everything got a little bit of love, but not much, because I had the kids this weekend and Mimi and them and on Thursday and Tuesday instead of on Friday. So I didn't get a lot done on my stitching, but we have all the FFOs in a minute. So my Tis the Season, and mine's in Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. And here are the beautiful threads for it. And I don't have Nicole's gift for making them look so pretty, but they are beautiful, beautiful colors. I did change and use Patricia Geary's color change, and she got it from somebody that I don't know who, but I will hopefully try to look that up someday. I used Turkish red on my cardinal. That's what she used. So here he is, and then I got some more of the leaves done down here on this end. So this is the end of the leaves, and then there's a row of like snowflakes and the date on here. So this is some 28 count even weave that I dyed with Pearl Gray Ripped. And I was super pleased with it. The little flecks in it pick up the just a little bit darker color easier. And I loved it. And I did not get everything ironed today. Sorry, Gary. Gary always has his things on Sunshine Stitchers ironed so beautifully. And he and Sheila and EJ have had so much fun going on there this week. They've even had visitors and all this. But that, I did get a couple of leaves done on it. I did get their song worked on by Blackbird, just a tiny, tiny bit. Enough to get, let me see if I can grab it here. So I started doing the red berries here. Last week I'd finished the green leaves, and then got the red berries started last night. So I did get a little bit of that done last night before we went to bed. I was whooped. Said Mimi and the boys were all here, and there's a beautiful thread for that. I didn't have all the right colors. My berries for it, I'm using Louisiana hot sauce and terracotta. I just did a week's conversion on it out of my stash, but the colors are just so, so pretty. And they're so much like the picture, but I just didn't have those colors, so I just did stash dive and got what I needed. The Long May She Wave by Little House Needleworks. It's so, 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 so cute, and it's coming along really quick. So I've started the flag up here, and I've got all my words done. And this is, I think, is this Ribbon Red? Ribbon Red, and this blue, though, that I'm so in love with, and a couple of y'all asked about, is called Wavy Navy by Classic Colorworks. These are all Classic Colorworks, and if you can find this pattern, it comes in like a little thread pack with it. So all the threads and the chart are in the pattern. I think it's like $12, $13 maybe. So it's like a really good, it's a good buy, and you can get colors that right now, you know, everybody's kind of low on colors, and also if you could find that, you might get a hold of some colors for Patriotic stitching that you needed. And I forgot to bring my other light in here, so this may be kind of dark, y'all. I was trying to hurry this morning before the girls get here, but I was a little late on the draw because I was looking for something that I didn't find. So, oh well. Oh well. Then my May Health and Peace by Milady's Needle. I'm loving it, and I'm about to turn the corner here with it. And y'all, these are the threads that I just rinsed out. And I bought new ones to ran in Joann's and bought some others in case these were not working. But y'all, having coffee spilt all over them, I dunked them and let them soak in the sink, then I hung them in my shower. No color dripped out. DMC, way to go, girls. And they are stitching fine. I've pulled them out of it and I've been stitching with them, so. I don't know what else to say, but way to go, DMC. So I got this sage flower, this peach colored flower. There's a white flower, and then I turn the corner right here. So it's just, this thing is so pretty. Gloria outdid herself on it. I don't think Stitch Niche had any more. Gloria, I intended to send you a message and say, if you have any of these, I've had several people asking for them. So if you have any, or you know of a shop that has any, holler, because I've had several people looking to stitch this, and the Stitch Niche didn't have any more. So just holler if you do. So here we're gonna go into this is what took most of my time this week, was I told you I was gonna do an FFO-palooza, Finish-a-palooza. And that's what I did. And it was stitching like crazy town, and I'm gonna say, I guess I'll save the best piece for last because I'm so proud of it because I can't believe it worked. Because that's me. I don't have those skills, y'all know. This one I've had stitched a long time. I think it's in Ooh La La, but it was a Reward of Merit. It's, I think, called Le Poulet by Blackbird Designs. Like I said, it was a Reward of Merit piece, if I remember right. I'm having problems finding these in my stash pile. These and my Lizzie Kate patterns I haven't found them yet since the move. I know what I did. Things like that I put in between things that were breakable, or things like to keep things apart. And I guess it's something that I haven't unpacked. I can't imagine what it could be. I don't have very many boxes left, but for whatever it is, it's missing. So this is Le Poulet. I did it on that, I don't know, I call it dotted Swiss, but it's that blue dot. In retrospect, I wouldn't have done it because these little funds, like, I don't know if it's rice stitch or whatever down here at the bottom, does not show up real good. So I wouldn't do it again probably on the dot, but I just thought, I had the dot and I thought it was fun and I wanted to try it. So I think it's a 32 count, whatever it is. And I just did some floss I had, who knows. It was forever ago. I don't even know if there's a date on it. I can't even find a date. I have my initials on there, but I don't see the date. So, but it works out really cute, and I'm just gonna use it like a little stand up. So he's like this one. So there is Le Poulet by BBD. Be Brave by Shepherd's Bush. And it is, and I've done it on Ada. Y'all know I stitch on whatever I have, and this, I don't know if there's a date on this one either. There's my initials, 2017, maybe, 2017. And it is a beautiful pattern. Their patterns are just so pretty, and it has the 2 flags in it and all the little flowers, and I just had some gray Ada. I have not put any trims on these. It took me all the time to get them all sewed up, so I just stitched them up, and then I've stuck this on the back. I'll do some fun stitches around here is what I usually do. I did see Lori Hope one time doing a little pin keeps, and she did like a little button and things on hers to kind of dress up it, and more than one. She put another little piece on here to kind of make it look prettier, but so these have no trims on them. They're just finished. So this is Be Brave by Shepherd's Bush on what I'm gonna guess is 16 count gray Ada. So all y'all that are worried about y'all stitching not being pretty on Ada, it is just as pretty on Ada. That's just me, that's my opinion. This is Liberty by who knows who, because I can't find anything to say. So If anybody knows, holler. But I did put some coffee on there to kind of darken it up, and it darkened the white up. It was really bright blue, and the Ada was bright blue, Ada left over from something. And so then I dunked it in some coffee, and then I rubbed some coffee grains into it all, and it's just, and I have, some of y'all tell me, I put the walnut shells in here, but then I put a little bit of stuff in because I was afraid it would go flat with just the walnut shells. So some of y'all that have done a lot of these, if you just put the walnut shells and I set it up like this, will they all sink down to the bottom, or will they stay okay? Holler and let me know, because y'all know I am finishing, I'm a new finisher. I've been stitching forever, but I'm a new finisher. So this is America, and I just had it, I was gonna wrap it around a spool, and then I decided to do it like this instead. It's just on some red homespun, and I just caught it over there in the corners of the thing. I have no idea what it's out of, who it's by, and it's just on the back. I stitched it up and like this. But I think I'll probably come back, maybe, I don't know, I may put some buttons here and here, especially on this one. But I love the way it turned out with that fabric and the Ada on there. And here again, that's probably a 18 count Ada that it's either country mocha or some I dunked or something, but it may be French country mocha or one of those, but it turned out like super cute, super, super cute. So I was like really pleased with that. Then we have this chick, and I have no clue. I thought she was out of a punch needle and primitive stitcher, but I tried to look for her. That took up some more of my time. I tried to find the names of these and I can't. But I thought she was in a punch needle and primitive stitcher. But there she is, because I got them like the first year, and then somehow I didn't renew and I missed some. So this is one of James Williams' old shirts. I decided I wanted to make her longer because Bebe gave me this little box for my birthday. And so I wanted to make her a little longer so I could just start standing them up. I have to put some stuff in the bottom, but stand her up. Well, then when I did this, there wasn't another, and y'all, this is how bad I am. I was grabbing scraps off the top of my cut table in there. I make a little stack of ones that are a decent size, and I hadn't put them away yet. So this was there, and I was like, oh, I like that. But then I needed backing. So then I had 2 triangles of this gingham left over, and then this is a piece of linen from those stockings. So I just stuck it on there, and it's all different sizes and all, I didn't care. And then I stitched it up, or just whip stitch it together where that triangle-y thing where I sewed it together. That was a booger sewing all those things where they all meet about right there though. Y'all quilting people, I don't know what y'all do to try to keep all that going, but maybe I'll know someday. But I do like her, and if any of y'all know what she is, holler, because I can't find the magazine. Like I said, my whole stack that these must have been out of, because a lot of times when I stitch things, I'll put, like I have a Patriotic stack of stitched charts, and I can't find it. And wherever it is must be where all my Lizzie Kate patterns are, because they are all gone. Betsy Ross, I told you I stitched her up last week, and I will say, I wish I had left her more of a border, but y'all know I didn't have much extra on there. If you're gonna sew it into a pillow, you needed more of an edge than you need when you're gonna flap it in a flat fold, make it a flat, because then too much of your little design goes to the side. So normally I don't have to have that much, but I wish I had about another ½ inch, and then you could see the border better. I sewed it in too tight, and so you lose some of her edging. But she turned out so super cute, and I used on her, I need to write this down on my thing, $7.54 for her face, and I was gonna give her a face and I forgot. I used flax by Gentle Arts, apple cider by Gentle Arts, and then I used Plastic Color Works hickory sticks, wagon wheel, bean sprout, blue corn, and then weeks I had candy apple and bullfrog. So they're just left. I need to put them up after the rain. But this was just on some blue even weave that I had coffee, tea dyed, whatever. And But see, I didn't leave myself enough edge. So if you're gonna make them into these little flats, you need to leave yourself more edge than I did. Because when I make them a flat, I don't need as much edge, but this time I didn't. I needed more because now part of the design is kind of folded down under the little border part and stuff. So these will all be kind of piled up in here somehow. This is the plans for these guys. Someday I gotta get them in there. I'll probably start changing out, decorating and redecorating this weekend for summer. Then all the little stockings got finished. So y'all asked what I was putting it on, and I will try to put a link down here. I had a taller one of these, and here again, it got lost in the move or thrown away or something because I can't find it. So it's just, and it does light up. Now, the girls turn the light on it all the time, but they think that's all kind of fun. But these are all Blackbird designs, and I showed y'all these two were the two I had finished previously. And I think one of these is Quaker Fragments, and I don't remember the name of this one, but they're out of the November, May, July, February, maybe the March one. So here's this one, and mine are all shaped different because here again, I didn't give myself much room. And the tutorial that I did the other day, I went ahead and finished these out and got them kind of stitched together. They are so not perfect, but I do love them. They just turned out so cute, and I'll just hang them on this little tree here. And no, this one is Quaker Fragments here, and it's the one that I got too close, so I had to kind of catch part of my stitches because I stitched them all in one piece too close together. Then it was, when I cut them apart, I didn't have enough room, which I am famous for doing to myself. And this one is, I think this one's called Tulips. Tulip border maybe, but I just changed it to Patriotic colors because I love the designs. I love that they all look kind of quilty. I do intend to do the one that's in Patriotic July that has the house and the flag. That's the only one I haven't got done that I intend. So we have these guys here, which I'm covering up half of them with my hands, sorry. And then these guys here. So I just happenstance got 3 going one way and 3 going the other way. So, but see, some of them are fatter and some of them are skinnier because we are talking about my level of finishing skills, which ain't nothing to brag about, that's for sure. But what took the longest, and it took me a little over 2 hours to get this done. And y'all know I don't have the patience for this, but I did. I told y'all I had my Lady Liberty, and she stitched on what I think is 14 or 16 count oatmeal Aida, because that's what I had. And one of the Tammys was sweet enough to loan me this chart back in the day. She is available now, Lady Liberty drum. And I did get her done, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I ever get on here and say, hey, I'm gonna start making drums on the side for extra money, I need some of y'all to remind me that I still have an extra kidney I could sell and that Harry Hines is still open. And if people will pay to do the deed with people dressed in squirrel costumes, there has to be somebody that will pay to do the deed with an old lady, because I will darn sure do that before I do this very long, because this is tedious, very stressful for me. Now, I love it. It is beautiful. This design, and you see I didn't quite get that right. But, oh well. But here again, everybody that says you know, worried about your stitches looking pretty on Aida, this is fine. This looks beautiful. There she is from the top view. And then I'll try to close her up here. And like I said, she's on oatmeal or I guess oatmeal or fiddler's cloth, one of those. And I had to adjust the size. I do want to announce also that I did adjust the size. I used higher math for the first time in my life since, since I had to do it in school. Because since I didn't, I had to figure out how big to make my top round according to how big around this thing was. So I used some math, which y'all know it, my friend, I don't like math. So I just had this in my stash. It was kind of the right color blue. And like I said, it took me about 2.5 hours to get this thing finished. And it was, so all y'all that finish for a living, y'all, I don't mischarge $1 million because boy, howdy, I was, oh. In retrospect, I should have, instead of pinning this, I should have whip stitched it together, like basted it or whatever. And then when I went over it with the machine, I would be sure it was lined up just right, but I didn't. And because I thought I had it pinned right. So if you do this and you're like me, go ahead and baste it where you want it, where these meet up just right. And then when you stitch over it with the machine, like I said, it wasn't hard, it's just tedious and time consuming. So that was another reason I didn't get as much stitching done, but I love it. I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad I got it finished. So everybody that is thinking about it, this by Blackbird is a beautiful stitch. It's a beautiful stitch on Aida. I'm sure it's beautiful on linen. I'm sure it'd be beautiful on a toe sack, but it's gorgeous. This is a beautiful, beautiful design. And it's just, I put some little padding in the top and then just did it flat on the bottom, just a little round. And then it's got a bunch of walnut shells in it, so it's like heavy. And then I put some stuffing in it too, because I didn't know if I'd be able to pick it up if I filled it with the walnut shells, because it is full of stuff. So this is my favorite finish of all. Even though it was hard, it was so worth it. I would do it again, yes. Oh, and there she's on her head. Sorry, Liberty. So she's beautiful. The design is beautiful, and I'm just so happy. So she will be on display from here on out with the little stockings on the little tree, and I will probably put some little flags or some little other things on here. You need something at the top, little trio flags or something at the top. So, and I'll try to put the link to that guy in there. I've been still trying to figure out how to do that. So, yay. This last week, the share was Betsy Ross, the Early Americans, #1. Y'all are supposed to say flag. And Kim Moisenak, I hope I don't kill your name. Kim Moisenak, you're the winner. If you'll contact me on Insta or email or however, on here you can email me or Instagram, notice me, maybe easier, you know, Messenger or whatever on Instagram or Facebook, I don't care. Just make sure that that I answer you, that way I know, because I feel like I am not getting all my messages. So if you have messaged me or commented on one of my YouTube videos or something, and I didn't answer, holler, because I've been having weird phone go on, even weirder than usual for my phone. So holler if I didn't, and I will try to get back, because I would never want to ignore y'all. Okay, now, I told you I was gonna go through some stuff for 3,000 subscribers, and I still can't believe that y'all are so nice and all y'all listen to me blab on every week. But I did have some extras of some things, and then I had one thing that I knew I was gonna use because it is precious and I think it's hard to find and kind of expensive. So the first one will be Moonlight Visitor by Blackbird Designs. And I have never checked before, but because this is a 3,000 subscriber giveaway, you have to be a subscriber, because it's not fair to the people who are subscribing. Normally I'm real bad about not checking, which is bad on me. I try to remember to check, but I forget sometimes. So make sure you do, because I'm gonna have Micah help me to be sure that I check. So this is a beautiful design with this beautiful moth up here, Moonlight Visitor by Blackbird Designs. So that will be the first one. If you want that one, use the word moonlight. And you can use all these words in one sentence or whatever, or not. But Evergreen Lane will be the second one. It's a beautiful house and trees and a border, and it could be, you know, it's like a wedding sampler. It's a beautiful, beautiful design. But I wanted to put this, y'all know I love blackbirds, and I want to share them with everybody in the world. I want everybody to know how beautiful they are, but it's evergreen. So use evergreen for that one if you want that one. And then this little thing I bought a long time ago, and it is, I don't know, I don't know if I was gonna gift it to somebody, or it's not normally what I would stitch, so I'm not sure. So this whole kit has never been opened. It's Ocean ABC, and it's all the beautiful animals. I wonder if I wanted some of the designs maybe out of the thing. I was gonna make a quilt for the girls or something and use them in the centers, some of these designs, but I haven't, and it's sitting there, and somebody would probably love stitching this while we're all stuck in the house. So if you want this, use the word ocean. And then the last one that is hard to get, and I've stitched it and I won't stitch it again, and I was so thankful to get it, and I have a few more of her designs, is Halloween Revelry by Primitive Needle. I've stitched this, and it was one of my favorite stitches of all time. Y'all know I love all of her designs. I have a couple more that I haven't stitched yet, but this piece stitches up so cute. And I think in my very first Flosstube in September, I think if you go on there, you can see I stitched how I stitched it and framed it. This is just the cutest thing stitching. I didn't have the exact colors. I used some kind of a floss toss myself for what I had. But I think this one is very hard to get, you know, because she's passed away and her family is not gonna do anything with the designs. They don't want to. So you have to either come across the magazine or somebody that has this, because I don't think it was ever released like individually, which I don't know. Especially this is in a magazine. I don't know what magazine, September, October, just cross stitch. I don't know why they can't re-release it, because I guarantee you people would buy it like nobody's business, but it stitches up so cute. And so this is the third one. If you want this one, use the word Halloween. So if you want them all, I mean, say, I'd love to take a moonlight walk on Halloween by the ocean and the evergreens, or something like this, you know, or just type out the word. I don't care. But those are our this is our 4 shares this week. So any one of these shares, holler, and I'll get these to y'all. So just make sure you subscribe and you like the video, because like I said, this is a subscriber share. And it's not fair to the people who do all the things they're supposed to do if I don't check. I try to remember to, but I forget a lot of times. So make sure if you want one of these that you subscribe, like, comment, and use the word. Because maybe you have to use the word or it won't know what you want. So I think that's it today. I'm sure I'm forgetting like a million things. The girls should be here any second. Oh, the girls are running late this morning. They're probably giving me extra time because they know I'm trying to film. So I'm gonna get off here and try to get this stuff put up before they get here. Thank y'all for hanging in there and listening. Have a great weekend, be safe. Oh, and please be thinking about, my son called me yesterday, CJ, they were here the weekend. He went home from work yesterday with a fever and a tight chest and went to the doctor. They did a test, but you know, it'll be a couple of days till we know. So between him and Shadow Ray, my niece, who's had cancer twice, and I had her baby and her first grader here with Mama yesterday. She has a lump in her neck. We're praying it's her thyroid. So she went to the doctor yesterday, and they'll be doing some more testing. So we've had all the hubbub around here this week. So, but we're all here and we're all together and we're all fine for now. So I hope y'all are doing the same, and hang in there. Enjoy your stitching this weekend, and I'll see you hopefully early next week. Bye.